Hey, I'm Molly, and this is my Speak Out. So, Animal Crossing New Horizons came out this year, March 20th, and I don't know about you and your friends, but me and mine have been playing it pretty much nonstop. Checking in on my virtual island is now part of my daily routine, and sometimes I play it late into the night, losing track of time as I talk to the virtual animal islanders. And it's easy to see why people get sucked into this game. It's a game where you can decorate your own island to your heart's content, customize your appearance, talk to cute animals, and fill out a museum with creatures you collect, but there are other factors that go into this game becoming so popular, and this is the quarantine. This game provides an escapism for people, if only for a few minutes while they plant their flowers in their video game. Now, for those who don't play video games, it may be hard to relate, but this idea goes for all forms of media. Watching a movie or show, reading a book, listening to a podcast or music, it's all consuming media. And people have been spending much more time on this than any other time during the quarantine. So, for my statistics class, I wanted to look into this. I conducted a poll for students and asked them how many hours they spent on their hobbies, including consuming media, before and during the quarantine. So before the quarantine, students in my sample group spent about 9.2 hours a week on their hobbies, and during the quarantine, that number jumped to 18.5 hours a week on average. People spend almost double the time they used to engaging with the media they love because of the social isolation. And it's easy to see why, as I said earlier, it's escapism. Earlier I asked my friends, all of whom are college students, if having access to video games made coping with the quarantine easier for them, and the answer was a resounding yes. So what? Anybody can recognize how necessary it is to have a place to dip into when the real world gets overwhelming. The important thing here is recognizing the important work creatives do and the roles their works play in society. While doctors are on the front lines taking care of our physical bodies and saving lives, artists and their work help us to relieve our stress and take care of our minds. I know personally I wouldn't be able to listen, or not being able to listen to music and playing video games during this time would make everything so much harder. I could not handle these current events. Humans have always needed to express themselves and indulge in the arts and have a release, and it's no different in 2020. In recognizing the importance of the arts, and how it's important to take care of our mental health through the arts, we need to put that recognition and appreciation into action. We need to change how we view those going into creative careers as a community. And as a kid, I wanted to grow up to be an artist, and that's kind of what I'm on the track to now. And I can't count the amount of times people have joked to me about how I'm not going to make any money, live in my mom's basement, and basically how my degree is going to be useless. Because art isn't perceived as useful in our society. Schools don't properly fund the arts, and it's seen as expendable by our governments and members of the community. And yet, when crises hits, when we're faced with hardships, it's the first thing we turn to. So, if you do take anything for this video, realize how important the arts are to our lives. Think about all the things you have that you watch, play, listen, read, that you wouldn't be able to enjoy without the arts. Support your local artists, and those in your lives who want to pursue the arts. Help to cultivate creative minds, and a group of people that want to cultivate creative minds, instead of reinforcing this idea that arts have no place in serving a community, because they certainly do.